Everyone knows about Fortnite. Fortnite has been one of Earth's greatest creations of all time. It's what's helped us shape us into the world that we are today. All over the planet, you hear the chants of millions of children raising their pickaxes, yelling, "We like Fortnite! We like Fortnite! We like Fortnite!" Even Elon Musk himself wishes that he could have invested in the future energy power source that is V-Bucks. Nuclear fission? Throw that out the window. It doesn't even come close to radiating like the souls of the parents who's learned that their children had spent every single penny of their college fund into the battle royale of the ages. Well, the time has come. The real battle royale of the ages is here. Fortnite versus Apple. Who will take home the victory royale? Fortnite or Epic Games has officially been banned on the iOS Apple Store and Google Play, but no one really cares about that one. Reason for this is, well, Fortnite decided to drop the L on Apple by bypassing their 30% cut with their own store. They were just tired of Apple earning free V-Bucks off of them, and they wanted to sneak around the issue. Well, Apple knew about that and decided to anti-cheat them out of the competition. However, Epic Games knew this was going to happen, and thus they had a skit planned mocking the very same commercial that Apple did to fight IBM.
Today, we celebrate the anniversary of the Platform Unification Directives. For years, they have given us their songs, their labor, their dreams. In exchange, we have taken our tribute, our profits, our control. This power is ours and ours alone. We shall prevail.
Epic Games has defied the App Store monopoly. In retaliation, Apple is blocking Fortnite from 1 billion devices. Join the fight to stop 2020 from becoming 1984.
Hashtag free Fortnite.
Now, I'll be real, when I saw this, I thought it was kind of silly. I mean, yeah, they're mimicking every frame exactly the same way as the Apple versus IBM commercial. And if for those of you that don't remember that one, IBM at the time was pretty much a monopoly. They owned a ton of the computers out there in the everyday world, and then that's when Apple wanted to sweep around and say, hey, we exist too, with their very first Macintosh. And I thought it was pretty funny that they imitated that, because Apple pretty much became the thing that they were trying to fight against, right? I was curious to know who Epic Games thought their audience was, because this isn't just like an ordinary matter. They went out and they sought to make this parody, which means that they thought people were going to look at it. I mean, people are looking at it. Look at us looking at this right now. But the majority of their fan base is children. So, like, it's kind of silly that they did this on purpose, because they thought that it would stir the pot. And, I mean, they're doing a good job. It's a great marketing scheme. Hell, all of this is just a marketing scheme. You guys know this, right? Like, yeah, they're probably going to lose in their thing, and I'll mention it later. But this is going to bring a lot of attention back over to Epic Games. You don't understand how good of a marketing ploy this is. Again, Apple did the same damn thing with IBM, and look where Apple is now. Apple used to be Epic Games, and Epic Games could be the new Apple. And then it's going to go again. The cycle continues. But come on, who on the Epic Games team said 1984 was a good idea to bring up? Don't you realize that kids don't read anymore? They're always on their tablets. No time for reading. No more books. Books aren't touchscreen. I think it's hilarious that we're talking about two huge corporations fighting each other and freeing the competition, even though Epic Games themselves had tried to monopolize video games by bribing developers to release games only on their platform. It's silly. I don't know. It's also hilarious knowing that some people will look at this 1984 reference, go back to the book, read it, and say, whoa, I remember this from Fortnite. This is like actually happening. If that's not ironic in of itself. People are now resulting to which side you're on, and even though both sides are really stupid, like, big corporations are still big corporations, guys. Blue texts versus green texts, you know? What side are you on? Honestly, as much as I hate to say it, I think I'm on Epic Games' side with this one. Hell, no matter what I say, I'm still gonna hate myself at the end of the day, so I'll just choose the lesser of two evils, I suppose. However, I'm not stupid. I know Epic Games signed the contract. They knew what they were doing, and even though they read the terms of service, they still gave Apple the good old reach around when it came to this. They fingered Apple's asshole when they were sucking its wiener, and it spooked them. And of course, when anyone is spooked, they're going to retaliate. Epic Games broke the terms of service, and more than likely they're going to lose the legal battle when it comes down to it. But I understand why they did it. Any developer on the iOS system has to provide a 30% cut of any revenue at all times. That's a lot of V-Bucks. Quite disgusting if you ask me, as you know how much free cash the Apple Mafia is earning over all these small developers. Like, I honestly don't really care what happens to Epic Games, but I would love some good to come from this, like lowering that 30% cut down to maybe 10%, 20%, just helping out those smaller developers rather than the big giant corporations that no one really should care about. Because Epic Games is sort of correct on this matter. In terms of gaming on mobile devices, iOS is pretty much the only way to go. There's no third-party app for the iOS device. And guess how many people own an Apple iPhone around the world? A lot. I use an Android, but that's because I like the design and I'm pretty paranoid when it comes to my privacy. There's a thing called big data that companies use in order to collect data from regular users, such as like when you accept any video games or you accept any sort of buttons or contracts on your phone, you're giving them access to any data that you have. Facebook has been doing this shit for years, and I don't even like using Facebook, of all places. So of course, when I go for an Android, I just turn everything off I can in order to conceal my privacy away from these big corporations, because I don't want anyone selling my data for anything. I hate that shit. It's even funnier that it's an attempt by Epic Games, of all people, whose entire Fortnite fan base are children who are sucked into addiction. It's like McDonald himself coming into my house, taking a moist, stinky fart on my food and saying, "Bon appetit," because I've been eating nothing but shit all my life. I mean, it's still bad, but hey, at least I'm not eating shit anymore. It's more of a quick whiff this time. I'm curious to know where this will go, because I don't think it's going to go anywhere far necessarily. In fact, I think it'll probably get squashed instantly. I would just love to see people rioting outside in the streets saying they can't play Fortnite on iOS anymore. Children going to the burial site of Steve Jobs and pissing on his grave saying, "Ha ha ha, you just took the L," and doing orange justice on his grave. Like, that'd be so fucking funny. Keanu Reeves coming outside and making a public announcement about how he apologizes for being John Wick and staring up the child Armageddon while holding up his credit card as a sacrifice for his sins. Like, that'd be so good. I would love to see that. As for the Google Play comment I made earlier, yeah, no one really cares about that, and because it's on Android. And to be honest, when you're on Android, there are so many options to choose from that you don't necessarily need Google at all. And this is the problem with iOS devices. There are just no third parties to choose from unless you jailbreak your phone. But even if you jailbreak your phone, you still can't play online with all the rest of the brainless mobile players. Like, it's just not worth it. Unless you're going to play single player games, of course, then that's fine. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. Let's try to get this video to 100 likes. I was really pleased with the reaction from yesterday. It really helps a ton. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon. I can't wait till there is a Steve Jobs skin in Fortnite. Bye.